Track 1 is Winter Wonderland. It's a classic. We know this song so well, from Bing Crosby to Sinatra to Dean Martin, Sammy Davis. It's been done a lot, but at the end of the day, it's a great tune. You know, I particularly love the melody of this song. I love the way the key changes in the middle eight. It's a great classic jazz track. This is the first time on the record you hear my collaboration with the brilliant band Kansas Smithies from London. They are an absolutely incredible group of musicians who I've wanted to work with for some time. I've played them on my radio show a lot, and when I knew I was going to be doing quite a lot of collaborations on this record, I knew I wanted to work with Kansas Smithies. They have a real authenticity to their sound. It is not too clean. There's a sense of liveliness to it, a sense of fun, but also a pure sense of expertise. Joe Webb on the piano here makes this track swing so hard. So for me, what you hear with me singing Winter Wonderland, we did this in just 2 takes. We did this. You're just hearing me enjoy myself singing with this band and enjoying the piano playing of Mr. Joe Webb. And that is what so much of this album is about, like an after-hours session with great musicians getting together with a real sense of fun. And Winter Wonderland, this version is all about that. I Believe in Father Christmas is an incredible Greg Lake tune that I've always loved. And I started doing these versions of songs recently that featured cello, violin, and bass clarinet and acoustic bass alongside the piano in something I do called the Song Society on YouTube, which is where I try and reinvent songs in an hour. And we did a version of a 1975 song called I'd Love It If We Made It. And I knew with this song I wanted to approach it in a slightly similar way, with this same small orchestration to it. So I got those same musicians together in my studio at home, and I went into it with very, very little plans at all. We didn't have the arrangement worked out beforehand. I just knew if I got great musicians in the room together, then we'd be able to make something beautiful together. And I think that's partly why this works so well. It's quiet and epic at the same time. It's beautifully played by the musicians present, but it's also not too stiff. It's not something that, you know, again, we probably played this 4 or 5 times before we got the arrangement, and then we recorded a live version of it. And I think as a result, it has a lightness of touch to it, but also honours the depth and the darkness of the original song as well. Track 3, Man with a Bag. I've always loved this song because it makes me smile. Love the original K-Star version. The lyric is hilarious, obviously. The Man with a Bag. Someone was having a laugh when they wrote that. But I wanted to make kind of a R&B kind of version of this song. Like, when I say R&B, I mean like kind of early 60s R&B. And the guys in the Kansas Smithy house band, Giacomo Smith, particularly the band leader, had a great concept for this arrangement. So when I got to the studio, they played through the idea they had. I was really excited to sing it with them. And you can hear that while I'm singing it, my sense of enjoyment of just singing it with them. And then when Dave Archer, the guitarist of the band, plays his guitar solo, I can't stop myself from exclaiming how much I'm enjoying it throughout the track. And you can hear that. As I said, a lot of this stuff is recorded live to tape in the brilliant Durham studios in London. Yeah, this is musicians getting together all in one room, having a great time, doing a really cool version of a great old Christmas classic. Christmas Don't Let Me Down is a song I wrote 3 years ago, and I love the original version I did of it, but I always felt like we had somewhere else to go with this song. And I think particularly I wanted to revisit this lyric in 2021, because I think there's a feeling about Christmas this year where we need it to be we need it to bring us back to some sense of normality. So I wanted to revisit this song for that reason, and I wanted to add drums to it, and I wanted some guitars in it, and I wanted to make that final chorus feel like it really lifted off. So it was a privilege to give this song another look. It's one I've always enjoyed that I wrote that felt like needed a new frame. So that's what I did with Christmas Don't Let Me Down, and hopefully Christmas won't let us down. Sleigh Ride. Well, this is a brilliantly weird song. And that's what I love about it. I love the Ella Fitzgerald version. I love the version Harry Connick Jr. did. Musically, it is a strange song. The melody is sits in an unusual spot. When I talked to Giacomo Smith of Kansas Smitties about doing this song, I felt like we could frame it in a different way but still honour the original weird melody. And we both expressed our love for the music of Louis Prima. So that is the way we went with this one. 2 minutes, 30 seconds of pure love for Louis Prima. And Giacomo Smith delivers the most wailing saxophone solo on this. Musicians having a really good time playing together and creating something lively, Christmassy, with a bow on top. Amazing Grace feels like a song that's very hard to touch. It's been done by singers with such otherworldly gifts that it can sometimes seem like something not to touch, but I feel like there is an incredible simplicity to the beauty it can conjure up. So it's a song I've always been fascinated with, but I knew I didn't want to do it in some of the classic ways it's been done. And for me, this was an opportunity to collaborate with the artist Vernon Spring. Vernon Spring is the project of a musician, Sam Best, piano player and producer who I love, who's worked with loads of musicians that I love, who I've known since the days when he used to play with Amy Winehouse. And I approached him about doing a version of this song with his beautiful piano playing production that was also a little nod to, I would say, the Christmas albums that started my whole interest in Christmas music, the ones made by Sufjan Stevens. So, as I said, a great opportunity to work with Sam, the Vernon Spring, a great opportunity to tip my hat to Sufjan Stevens, and an opportunity to quietly sing and enjoy and inhabit the space of Amazing Grace, which felt like a great privilege.